Yeah, that's it. That's that right there.
Let's go ahead and be honest with you. Gunna, drip or drown too? Nah. I respect Gunna just like the next guy. I also think Gunna's music is an acquired taste. That being said, I'm not gonna chalk up everything to this man's music that isn't really my style as just me not being a fan of Gunna, because that tends to be the defense that many of his fans give in response to any criticism that Gunna receives. Oh bro, he's just not for you. Oh man, he's just not your style. You just don't get him. And that would be okay and understandable if there weren't other artists that kind of do his thing better than he does. I get a little bit more animation, a little bit more energy from people like Lil Baby, definitely way more animation and eccentricity from people like Young Thug, all over beats that are a little bit more lively and come to life a little bit more than the production on this project. Speaking of production, most of this album does carry an echoed kind of aquatic effect to it that makes it feel like he's really underwater. It's almost like there's endless space everywhere. It's really gentle, really wavy music that makes it appear as though it's going to be a smooth listen. It's also pretty dreamy and mellow with little peaks of excitement here and there, but for the most part, very minimal changes. And I love the fact that he seems as though he's in his natural habitat, but that doesn't make the listen very engaging. And for a lot of his fan base, I understand that might be the mood that you're looking for, is something that takes you on this little ride where you don't have to think about anything. It's like an endless kind of train of nothing. My issue with that is I don't necessarily have a problem with production being like that, but I have an issue with production being like that and the artist being like that. And don't give me that bullshit about he's always been this way, because I got way more from him, I feel like, on Drip Season 3. He's got the same formula for most of these tracks, same flow, non-energetic delivery. Everything is produced by either Weezy or Turbo, who are producers that I'm fond of, but not for an entire album. You can't get two producers to make a whole album for you and then pigeonhole them kind of to one sound. There are no hooks on this album. None. Where your average artist might be able to deliver something opposite of the vibe that the production is already giving, Gunna just attaches himself to it and drowns in it. And yeah, I get it, it's called Drip or Drown too, but you need to come up for air at some point. I'm not asking him to make it to Pimp a Butterfly. I've accepted that many other new rappers that are coming out right now, and many of them that have a lot of traction, aren't gonna have content comparable to some of our most lyrical MCs in the world. I get that, but asking for gradual improvement isn't too much to ask. I've seen the argument also made that this guy is more of a feature artist than an album artist or a mixtape artist. I still have to go back to my argument that I actually enjoy Drip Season 3, so I don't get really how that's a fair assessment or argument. I shouldn't go into a project expecting it to be bad based on the fact that the artist does better on features usually. And on the tracks where he does try to give a little bit more energy, which I'm trying to give him credit for, he just comes off like Walmart Young Thug. But see, we've been saying this about Gunna. You know, when Thug first came out, a lot of people compared him to Lil Wayne. But through his own projects, through the release of more singles and more mixtapes and more projects of his own, he started to sound more like his own artist. He became a little bit more eccentric, his delivery got a little bit more dynamic, he switched things up vocally, his cadence became more unorthodox. He literally became someone that we can only go to him for a specific type of thing from. On this album, Gunna just is like eating the first slice of bread. The features on this album are decent though. The one with Lil Baby, I enjoy. The track with Young Thug is cool. And the one with Playboi Carti is actually okay. I see what you guys saw with Die Lit on this track with Carti. Maybe because I have so little content from Gunna that I have nothing else to look forward to but a feature. Maybe that's why I enjoyed him more. But I actually saw what Playboi Carti had to give this time. His ad-libs actually gave a little bit of energy and style to the track. On 3 Headed Snake, it sounds like some 2016 Young Thug, the year when Young Thug was really getting in his bag. And Who You Foolin is a great instrumental, and I want to give Gunna credit for being able to have a little bit of vocal harmony on this track. He actually switches his flow about 2 or 3 times on this track, and I don't really have a big problem with it. Content's not there, I don't really expect anything, but on a track like this, I don't mind getting a little brief part of the song that's filled with Gunna giving a monotone delivery, because he uses his animated, more eccentric delivery to contrast it. But on most of the other tracks, damn near all of them, you can't even tell he's there. I swear to God, the first track I listened to on this album, I forgot it was playing. If you want to love this project, that's cool. If you think it's for you and not for me, that's cool. Just don't use it as a defense for why I think this album is bad, when I've listed a good amount of reasons why, to me, it just doesn't hit. That's how I feel about it. Gunna Drip or Drown 2. Hopefully he can do better next time. I'm looking forward to something new, and I'm definitely hyping him up because I want him to succeed, but not with music like this. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know how you felt about the project in the comment section down below, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.